Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. I'm Trisha Swenson here at the Grand Hyatt Vail Studios on your Monday morning, the 27th of February, winding down the month of February, making room for March. Spring, it felt like spring this weekend. Spring is on its way. Daylight hours getting a little bit longer, waking up to maybe not as dark skies out there this morning. So you can see that change is in the air. And a lot of people were enjoying the weekend and all the snow and all the fun that was out there as well. We kind of wrapped up the President's Day week. A lot of schools were out for the entire week. A lot of families were here enjoying what we had to offer. So those people are moving on out. They are leaving town, but we're ready for the next group to come on in. We did get a little bit of new snow in the last 24 hours. We got 3 inches over at Beaver Creek, and we got 2 over in Vail. So we'll get to the weather in just a second, but we want to hear where you're watching from. You can watch us on YouTube or Facebook. All you do is just put Vail Valley Live into the search bar and you'll find us. And we're live 7:30 to 8:30 every day of the season. And then we, of course, are on demand. You can watch us anytime on those 2 platforms. And then if you are watching local, you can flip your TV, Comcast Xfinity, over to channel 17, Outside Television, and we're live with you there 7:30 to 8:30. So we'd love to hear from you today. Give us a little chat. I'm rolling solo today. We got Anthony in the driver's seat pushing all the buttons for us today. But yeah, let's get a little chat going for our Monday morning. And we did get, like I said, a little bit of new snow over at Beaver Creek, 3 inches new there, 2 over at Vail. Our season totals already in Vail, 263 inches. Season total at Beaver Creek, 244. Weather-wise, what can we expect today? Well, a little bit cloudy skies right now. And we've got a hazardous weather outlook that's going to be going into effect tonight. A winter weather advisory. So for today, we'll see about a 30% chance of snow showers, mainly between about 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. So we got the cloud cover already. Maybe see a little bit of snow. Breezy conditions once again. Wow, we've had that wind stick with us for quite some time. So 10 to 20 miles per hour will be the breezy conditions for today. Then for tonight, snow showers mainly after midnight, and then patchy and blowing snow after about 4 a.m. The overnight low will be in the teens, and we're going to have some wind overnight. In fact, the winds could gust as much as 35 miles per hour, so that could cause some drifting out on the roads. Chance of precipitation is 80%, and we can maybe get a couple inches out of that. And then for your Tuesday, the last day of February, snow is going to be likely. Wind is going to be picking up. We could see gusts up to 50 miles per hour for the wind on your Tuesday. And maybe 2 to 4 inches possible. So a lot of that could be blown around, a lot of drifting on the roads. And then by Wednesday, we're going to continue with more snow for your Wednesday into Thursday. When are we going to see the sun? Well, it looks like Saturday. That's kind of been the pattern where we have the midweek storms and then we have a nice Saturday. So I'll take that. We're going to have a high in 33. So our highs this week will kind of be in the 30s for today, teens overnight, 20s for tomorrow, and then single digits Tuesday night, back into the 30s for Wednesday. So those are kind of our temperatures is what we'll be seeing. And then here's what we could see snow-wise. So really not much today, a lot of just kind of blowing snow, about a 30% chance of that snow for today. But then tonight into tomorrow, that's where we could see more accumulation, maybe 6 inches, half a foot over at the Beeve. 5 inches is what's being predicted for Vail. So I always say, I'll believe it when I ski it. So we'll see what we got. But thank you to the outlets at Silverthorne for this weather report. They're just over Vail Pass, exit 205. If you need to get some warm winter gear, I'm sure there's a lot of big sales going on right now, and maybe even some spring wear if you're going someplace. I know Eagle County schools, many of the schools are out this week. So a lot of our neighbors and friends are taking their kids maybe to a beach vacation someplace, maybe Disneyland. Maybe they're going skiing at a different resort. You know, your Epic Pass can be used at many different resorts in Colorado, Crested Butte, Telluride being one of them, another one of them. And then, of course, right over Vail Pass, Breckenridge, and Keystone, another place to use your Epic Pass. A lot of people have the Icon Pass too, so that takes you all over. You know, speaking of Summit County, they just had the Dew Tour, Anthony, and you know, with us not having the Burton U.S. Open anymore, we kind of missed that high flying action. And Ayuyu Hirano, yes, he took top honors again this year. I mean, he did so well when they would do the Burton U.S. Open here. So just interesting to see how well he's doing. Taylor Gold did pretty well as well. He's out of Breck now. He used to be out of Steamboat. So fun action. Mixmaster Mike was playing over the weekend. He just played here for the National Brotherhood of Skiers for the Soul on Snow. Other things going on this past weekend. Hey, the Talents Challenge. Did you do it? Did you feel it? How are your legs doing today? We had the Talents Challenge on Saturday and on Sunday. Both days were actually sold out. So it just shows you how popular this challenge is. It's skiing all the 14 black and double black diamond runs on Beaver Creek Mountain, and they're right around the Talents area. There's 14 of those runs off of those 3 lifts, Tier 10, Tier 9, Tier 11. So yeah, really cool to see that. But I didn't get out there and do it. Did you do it, Anthony? You did not either. I know Leah did it. We've got to find out how Leah did. She's our producer. We'll catch up with her on Wednesday. Oh, yeah, I saw her tiger outfit. Yeah, so Meredith was out there on Saturday. Leah was already in her costume. So some people do it in costume. Some people do both days. Some people do it on their skis, and then they switch to their snowboard. It's pretty interesting, but a long time running. But we're going to give you some more details about what's going on when we come back. We've got our Vail Daily headlines. We got a road report coming up for you. So stay with Vail Valley Live.
Love is in the air at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And we are going to wow you with some of the fabulous looks that we have to share with you today from J. Crew and Adidas. Let's take a look. Here's Rachel in J. Crew. I love her navy preppy blazer with striped lining, striped pink tee, amazing white jeans, white sneakers, and gorgeous pink ribbon earrings. With her savings card booklet, it'll be $197, saving $316. Here's Enza in J. Crew Kids with her denim jean jacket, her heart filigree tee, sweetheart leggings, heart necklace, and her white slip-on tennis shoes. Full outfit $101 with her savings card booklet. Wow, Liv, you look amazing in J. Crew sportswear line. From her fabulous striped button top, pink leggings, fleece jacket, pearlized headband, fingerless gloves, and her amazing tennis shoes with the pink and copper colors, all from the internet return. Her outfit, $145 outlet, fabulous. Kate is in Adidas in her pink hoodie, pastel leggings, black tote, and her white and pink running shoes. Her whole outfit would come to $138. Okay, Rachel, you look fabulous in your amazing full-length bubble coat from Guess. You've got your fabulous hoodie with the faux fur, and look at those adorable pearl gold shades. Whole outfit with the shades, $138. Here's Kate in Adidas with this black cropped jacket, $42. It's 40% off of their jackets. Here's Liv. She's in Guess in the most amazing puffer jacket with fleece detailing inside the hood. Love the black belt and the sunglasses. Jacket reduced to $65. And her shades are only $45 from $90. Love is in the air at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And just a reminder, be sure and pick up your savings card booklet at the outlets at Castle Rock in the food court, at customer service, and the outlets at Silverthorne at the Colorado Welcome Center. Love is in the air, and so are the discounts that you're going to find in the savings book. See you soon.
Well, we are back. I want to give you what made headlines in today's Vail Daily for Monday, February 27th. And on the cover, were you out by Chair 2 yesterday, middle of the day? Well, if you were, you probably heard this and then saw it. It was the Black Hawk helicopter landing. It's from the High Altitude Army National Guard Aviation Training Site. It comes in for a landing on Vail Mountain as part of Vail Legacy Days on Sunday. The weekend featured multiple events that paid homage to the 10th Mountain Division. And so, boy, if you were there, it was quite the sight. And then they landed the helicopter and left it out there for a while for people to observe and take pictures and, see what it looks like inside. And they've been doing this for quite a few years now. So it is an annual tradition that they do. So check that out on the cover of today's Vail Daily. Also, Battle of the Brains. Local schools sweep a statewide 3A speech and debate tournament, with Eagle Valley High School taking home the first ever overall team award. So congratulations to all these students and sweeping up at the state tournament. Also in today's news, we've got the time machine, and this is such a cool way to look back at history from anywhere from 10 years ago, 20, 25, 40, even 50 years ago. So you can see what was going on. Big news, the Gerald R. Ford, he's there. He was commenting on the new Vail Performing Arts Center, which opened to the public 25 years ago. And he and Betty were in attendance, and you can see some other familiar faces in that crowd as well. So check out Time Machine today on page A2. And then also meet the folks over at Boot Mechanics in Avon for your custom fit and more. You can find out about this business on page A4. And then also in today's sports news, have you heard about this? Wild Ice. So Wild Ice draws skaters to the Colorado Alpine. So basically, Laura Kotlowski, she hikes up to these beautiful alpine lake settings, straps on her skates, and skates kind of out in nature. And she says that it's just amazing. You've got the blue sky overhead, the sun shining on your face, and other worldly things happening in the ice. So check that out. It's a pretty cool story. And then in arts and entertainment, Tavern's new nostalgic. So the Tavern on the Square, which is located right in the Arabelle, they've got some great items on the menu, whether you want to go in for lunch, for dinner, for après-ski. They are slopeside, right next to what's going on with the gondola and Chair 8. So grab your copy of the Vail Daily today. You can grab it in newspaper dispensers from East Vail down to Gypsum, or you can always go online to vaildaily.com, and that'll give you these stories and a lot more. And it'll also keep track of what's going on the roads, some breaking news alerts, whether the roads are being closed because of the weather. And we could see maybe some things happening. If that snow does start to fall kind of between 10 and 2 today, that could slow things down, eastbound, westbound, and you want to slow it down a little bit when that happens. Your car speeds, we are seeing some icy and snowpack spots on the approach to Vail Pass on both sides. No chain laws in effect right now for commercial vehicles or the traction law for passenger vehicles, but that could change as the wind picks up later today, the snow starts, and then with this winter weather advisory happening tonight through tomorrow and 100% chance of snow on Wednesday, we could see some slowing down. But right now, the roads are looking pretty good. Just once again, when you get to the higher elevations, some slushy, some snow-packed, some wet spots on Vail Pass is what I'm reading from cotrip.org. And, it was kind of neat. In the paper today, it says, "Thank you for your patience." And it's from the town of Vail. And the town of Vail maintains 32 miles of roadways and 44 cul-de-sacs. So during snowstorms, roads that service the hospital, schools, and commercial areas, they are worked on and try to clear those by 8 a.m. and then other residential streets plowed by 9:30. And so what a busy winter it's been for the plow trucks. So kudos to them for doing everything that helps us get to and from the slopes, work, hospitals, schools. And we did get a little bit of new snow in the last 24 hours, 3 inches at Beaver Creek and 2 inches at Vail. But, you know, this Black Hawk helicopter, not only was that going on yesterday, but the Vail Legacy Day parade was happening too. So this was at 6:30. They did it a little bit later because they needed it to be a little bit darker to cast the emblem of the 10th Mountain Division over on the mountain on Pepe's face. And then they did a short program. The national anthem was sung. There was a video that kind of talks about the 10th Mountain Division and how they trained just south of Vail at Camp Hale, and then their pivotal role that they played in the World War II, the Battle of Riva Ridge, the Battle of Mount Belvedere. Riva Ridge, named after that famous battle that really took hold of the Nazi Gothic line all those years ago, 1945, February 18th and 19th. The evening of that is what we commemorate with this week, and bringing all these modern day troops here from Fort Drum, the modern day 10th Mountain Division. Anthony, we have that video. So let's show you what it was like.
Fire on the mountain. Here they come. Imagine you're back in 1943, 44, 45, and you're training over at Camp Hale on these 10-foot skis. These guys, they're in full battle gear skiing with 90-pound rucksacks. They're coming down the mountain, they're training. These are the skiers that set up and opened up ski areas all over the country. Making their way down Pepe's face. These are members of our ski school. They can hear you. They can hear you. That'll get them down the mountain. Imagine we have 10th Mountain Soldiers, Sandy Treat, Earl Clark, Dick Over, Hugh Evans, and Senator Bob Dole. We're all members of the 10th Mountain Division. And one of those members of the 10th Mountain Division went by the name of Pete Seibert. Pete Seibert had a vision. He wanted to open a ski area, and we are standing on his dream right now, tonight. Pete Seibert's dream. Sarge Brown, Bob Parker, those members of the 10th Mountain Division that helped start Vail. They can hear you. Cheer them on. Cheer them on. Coming in hot. You're going into the... All right.
That was really cool. So that was the Legacy Parade going down Pepe's face. So it was a free event that they had. And they've hosted these a couple of times already this winter. This is going to be the last one for this winter. And then hopefully they'll have it next year too. And then what happens is everyone proceeds down Bridge Street, through the covered bridge, to the statue. Hey, do we have the video of they have a little, an old Willys Jeep, Army green. And yeah, here we go. So then they part the crowd.
Yeah, everybody look down. Don't worry, we're here. Everyone's going.
down to the 10th Mountain Division statue, which is right by the covered bridge, one of the most photographed areas. The bridge and that statue are two of the most photographed areas. And then you could go up to the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. That was open until 8 p.m. last night because of all the curiosity and all the information that they have about the 10th Mountain Division. They had a speaker yesterday at 4 o'clock that Flint Whitlock, he is an author and historian about the 10th Mountain Division. He was there yesterday doing a talk, and it's open for you 11 to 6 every day at the Colorado Snow Sports Museum if you want to learn a little bit more about the 10th Mountain Division. But what an amazing time. What a great feeling. We all just had a great feeling after, seeing that parade and seeing everyone come down with the fireworks. It was quite a show. So if you do get a chance to see a legacy parade next year, make sure you definitely do that. But the Snow Sports Museum is not only busy for the viewers to come in and learn about the history of the sport. They're doing yoga this morning at 9 a.m. So they've got that for you if you want to head on over there. So just bring your mat, or they might have a couple mats for you. But just another neat way to showcase the museum and see what's going on in there. Also, they do history tours at the museum, and those are always a lot of fun. You can do those on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Yes, so 9:30 actually is when the time is. So it's going to be on Mondays. So this Monday and then all the Mondays in March, they'll be doing that yoga at the ski museum. And then the Tuesday and Thursday tours, those are at 11 a.m. It's just a donation, like I think it's $10 per person, and they're going to take you around and give you all sorts of tidbits of history of Vail, especially with our 60th anniversary. Really neat to learn a little bit more about Pete Seibert, the 10th Mountain Division, how Vail was started, who's Earl Eaton, what was his role in all of this. All of that will be explained to you. They'll even kind of tell you how the town was formed, and you may not realize it, but the street bends a little bit, Bridge Street, and it was created that way so that you kind of get to a certain point and all of a sudden you see the mountain a little bit more and it just opens up, and it was by design that happened. So cool little things that you can learn about with the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. A few other things going on today. Hey, we've got opera music. So Johnny Schlepper is going to be playing at the Red Lion, 4 to 6, and then another later set, 9 to 11. And then Brendan McKinney, he's going to be over at the King's Club Lounge. This is inside the Sun and Alp, next to the Bully Ranch and Ludwig's Restaurant. And then live music at Kachina, 3 to 6 p.m. And a 20% discount on your entire bill. This is kind of a cool thing. So take advantage of that. They've got great eats and drinks. I was actually right there on Saturday. We had some awesome flatbread pizzas. We also had some roasted vegetables and quinoa. Really good stuff. So you can check that out. 20% off. Just ask for that locals discount over at Kachina, which is in the Lodge at Vail. So even though it's a Monday, we got a lot of things going on. But a few other things happening. Nap Harvest is our 7-day-a-week farmers market located right there in Eagle Ranch. They grow so many of their own vegetables. They get so many things from regional farms. And even in the winter, they've got some things going on. Let's find out more with Carrie Hogan.
Welcome to Nap Harvest. In February, we're celebrating everything that has to do with the heart. So not only loving your loved ones and loving yourself, but also all the things that can help support your cardiovascular system with the food that we eat is really important. These mushrooms are from Knapp Ranch. We have mushrooms in their fresh, grown at 9,000 feet. We have mushrooms dried, so you can reconstitute them for your recipes. Or we also have the powdered mushrooms, which are great for your smoothies. Also heart-healthy vegetables, also citrus coming from Arizona, fresh every week. Also very good for your heart and for vitamin C in your immune system. And we're an indoor farmers market. Lots of gifts, lots of food, lots of honeys. So check out our new website at napranch.com and you can learn all about Nap Harvest and all our rest of our family of brands. We welcome you to Nap Harvest. Come down and see us.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery is kind of a one-stop shop. We have everything in-house.
We have cast techs, MRI machines, x-ray of course right at the clinic, physical therapy right at our clinic.
I'm going to get to the bottom of what your diagnosis is with all the resources we have, and that's what we do.
We are excited to be bringing the Bindlestiff Family Circus to the Villar Performing Arts Center on Tuesday, February 28th. Here to tell us more about this is the co-founder. We have Keith Nelson on the line with us, calling in from Casper, Wyoming, where they're going to be for their show tonight. So we're glad to have a little bit of his time so we can learn a little bit more about what we're going to see and some history of this circus and all their travels. But Keith, welcome, and we're so excited that you could have some time today. I know that you guys are busy setting up. Tell us where you are, where the performance is going to be this evening.
Tonight we're in Casper, Wyoming. We got here just a few hours, or we got here late last night. We got stuck in Nebraska for a couple days waiting for roads to open up. We were in Chadron yesterday, or 2 days ago, but we were supposed to do 2 school shows in Casper yesterday. But because schools were canceled, the kids had a virtual learning day and no circus, so they're going to hopefully all come tonight for the evening show.
Okay, awesome. Well, and you know what? I can imagine wherever you were holed up, you probably entertained yourselves and anyone that was around you in Nebraska or in Wyoming. But we're so excited for you guys to be coming to the Villar Performing Arts Center. First of all, let's get a little history because you've been around for a while, since the mid-90s.
We're a 30-year-old company. We have been New York City based since the beginning. Brooklyn, New York is pretty much where the world headquarters of Bindlestiff has always been located. And at that point, we started as a really small company touring mostly music venues because that's kind of what we had access to. And then over the past 30 years, we've become an internationally touring company. We do youth programming, community programming, teaching, and have really moved to a position where we do much more beyond just the touring and performing. And that Bindlestiff has had, I don't know, hundreds of artists work with us over the years, many teaching artists and programs that run the gamut of art programming, really.
Yeah. And when you and Stephanie, your co-founder, Stephanie Monsu, am I saying it right?
So, yep.
Monsu. Like, how did you guys meet up, and when did you decide, like, hey, let's do this. Let's put this type of act together. Yeah.
I learned to juggle and eat fire when I was in college. Stephanie was a jeweler, so used to fire. Our first act that we did together was a fire-eating duo working basically the nightclubs of New York, and started meeting other performers and kind of came up with the notion of putting a troupe together and hitting the road. This was a period of time in New York City where many of the venues that we had traditionally used were being shut down by the mayor. So we needed to get out of New York and get away from Giuliani so we could continue to find places to perform.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and to bring that, I mean, what a skill, to be able to do fire eating. And, we were watching some of the videos and, of course, the classic juggling, but then all the plate spinning and, the sword swallowing, it drops your jaw. And it's such, it's timeless tricks like that just wow all the generations.
I mean, we bring, classic circus and vaudeville with unique contemporary twist, both music and kind of our attitudes about it. With plate spinning especially, you've got the 70 to 90-year-olds who remember it on television. You have the middle-aged folks that heard about it, and then the 20-year-olds that think it's brand new.
I know, they're like, oh, we invented it. Okay, TikTok. Yeah, oh my gosh. Well, that's amazing too, what you've seen in your 30-year career and different ways to get this out. I know during COVID, you were doing some of your flatbed follies so that you could bring the shows to the streets and just bring some people some laughter and hope and everything in such a dark time. But it's like you guys have transcended time and are still going strong. And you're teaching teaching others. This is really neat because I'm sure people come to the show and think, oh, I can do that. I bet you I can spin the plates. And then they sign up for some of your educational programs and they realize that, oh, maybe it's harder than it looks.
And then 20 years later, I may be booking them after they've put their time in and trained. So it's the same time in inspiring youth. After being around for 3 decades, we've been able to see many of the youth that we work with now being on professional stages, working some of the grandest shows in the world.
Okay. Well, what can we expect? How many different people are you going to bring with you to the Valar on Tuesday night?
We will have 5 circus performers, and also our technical director, Michael Richter, will also be not only dealing with the technical part, but he's also a juggler, trained clown, so he will be appearing at moments also as a performer on stage, but he's the one who's keeping it technically all running.
Wow.
But we have 5 artists, including a hair hanging, which is an aerial act where you're suspended completely by your hair. I'll be swallowing swords and spinning plates. We have a Native American hoop dancer joining us. We've got a chair balancing act in which the performer will be stacking 6 chairs on top of each other and doing a handstand about 20 feet above the floor.
Yeah.
And group juggling act and duo that do just this beautiful juggling act with umbrellas. It's 90 minutes of kind of nonstop visual entertainment, a lot of comedy thrown in. And at least a little section of things that you can try at home. So everybody coming will be able to go home and break a few plates and try something new.
Yeah, perfect. Hey, you gotta try it. You gotta try it to see if you're good at it. But it's so wonderful to have you on the show today, and we can get tickets still. And we've got special student pricing, children pricing, reserve seating starts at $35. It's a ticket 4-pack as well. So get your tickets for this. This is coming up on Tuesday, February 28th, 6:30 p.m. It's the Bindlestiff Family Circus. And Keith, I want to thank you so much for your time today. I'm sure you probably have a lot of things to get organized before tonight's show, but thank you for taking time out of getting ready for joining us today.
Beautiful. Look forward to it.
Okay, once again, the Bindlestiff Family Circus is coming to the Valar Performing Arts Center in Beaver Creek, which is right below the ice rink on the plaza level. For more information, valarpac.org, or you can always just give them a call. 970-845-TIXS is the box office. That was a really fun interview we did just last Friday with Keith Nelson with the Bindlestiff Family Circus. And can you imagine? I mean, Anthony, I don't know what you were doing in college, but most people were doing like biology, getting their business degree. He was learning how to eat fire.
I learned to ride my bike backwards.
He learned to ride his bike backwards. We got to get you a unicycle. We'll get you on there. But so this show, once again, is tomorrow at the Valar Performing Arts Center. Tickets are still available. And like Keith said, 90 minutes of just a lot of nonstop action, fun, comedy, and a lot of wows. I think some jaw dropping. So the hair hanging, I don't know how they do that. Like, that's going to be crazy. Oh, wow. And then, yeah, and all the juggling and then the stacking those chairs and having someone on there doing a handstand. I don't know. It should be a lot of fun, though. And they've got the student pricing, 12 and under, is $28. Reserve seating is $35. The ticket 4-pack, if you want to bring some friends, is $115. So you save a little money when you package the tickets together. So you can go to valarpac.org to find out more details about this. Now, this is just one of the many events that's going on. We've got a pretty busy month, the month of March. Now, Norah Jones, that sold out pretty quickly. So Norah Jones is going to be doing the 25th anniversary celebration. Even though they opened in February of 1997, March 3rd is when they're going to kind of do the big 25th anniversary celebration. And then we've got a few more things coming up. So the Drummers of Japan, Yamato, so they're going to be coming on Thursday, March 9th. And then on March 10th, the Preservation Hall Jazz Band. This will be at 7 p.m. If you want to hear some great music, they're going to bring a lot of the members out there on the stage. And then Legally Blonde, the musical. limited availability on this one. I think this one might be close to selling out. That's going to be on March 12th. And then Croce plays Croce. So AJ Croce playing the songs of his father. So that's going to be on March 15th. Then we've got some family programming with Justin Willman, Magic for Humans in Person. That should be a lot of fun. So a couple shows there, 4:30 on March 16th, and then a 7:30 p.m. So one for the younger kids if you want to get them to bed a little bit earlier, and then a later one at 7:30. And then we've got Danu, so it's celebrating St. Patrick's Day on the 17th of March, which is so timely. And then Pat Green is returning. He's played here before, country music star. He's going to be playing on March 18th. So, I mean, Ballet X, they're doing a world premiere, A Hero's Journey. So that was done in honor of the 25th anniversary. So, like, it is a packed schedule at the Valar for March. So check it out. Many different things that you can see right there on the schedule at valarpac.org for everybody. So, but, okay, Anthony, what are we going to do next? Oh yeah, okay, let's talk a little bit about Ask the Doctor. So this is something that we do with the doctors at Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery, and we got a chance to catch up with Dr. Juarez.
Hi, I'm Sean Juarez. I'm a doctor of physical therapy with Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery, here to answer some live audience questions for Vail Valley Live. What is blood flow restriction therapy and how is it beneficial? So blood flow restriction therapy has to do with using some type of tourniquet on the arms or legs in order to restrict blood flow to the area, and then you're performing exercises with it. What we found is that with research, you can do a lot lower loads of exercise and lower intensity and get the same benefits as far as your hypertrophy and strength within the muscle. So that's kind of the best part about it, is that you don't have to use high weights and higher intensities. When do I need to see a physical therapist, and do I need to go to a doctor first? So with this question, it's a little bit variable. If you are visiting into the Valley and you want to do just cash pay, you can come in to see us without seeing a doctor first. If you are trying to use insurance, it depends on the type of insurance that you have, whether or not that you need to use a referral in order to come and see us. If you're curious as to what to do with your insurance provider, the best case is to contact them to see if you do need a referral in order to come into physical therapy or not. Next question, how important is stretching really? Well, really, it's not that important. What I would say is before you go on the mountain and before you're skiing or snowboarding, the best thing to do is called a dynamic warm-up, where you are doing movement therapy and movement exercises in order to get your muscles ready. When you get done skiing, then you can do more static stretches, and that can help loosen up the muscles after you're done. What are some tips to avoid injury on the hill? Majority of the injuries that happen on the hill typically come when there are a lot of people on the hill. So the best case scenario is to try to avoid areas where there's big crowds. If you can get yourself nice and strong before the ski season, specifically in the quads and the glutes, then that also can help prevent some of the non-contact injuries. But overall, if you can avoid big crowds on the mountain, that's the best way to avoid injury. What are the benefits of dry needling? Does it hurt? So there's a lot of research that's been done with dry needling. Dry needling is using acupuncture needles in order to go into the muscles, so we're using a more westernized approach for it. What we found is that it helps with muscle relaxation, it helps bring blood flow to the area. It can also help stimulate a lot of the motor neurons, so then the muscles actually start firing better. As far as if it hurts, majority of the time it does not hurt. However, there are certain nerves and the venous system where you can't always avoid that, and sometimes that can be uncomfortable, but if we can avoid those, then it typically does not hurt. Thank you for your questions. This is Sean Juarez with Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery with Ask a Doc from Vail Valley Live. See you on the slopes.
Well, we are back. We're going to give you a look at the weather. We're going to see some snow showers today and for the next couple of days, and some wind is going to become a factor as well. So, according to the National Weather Service, we've got a 30% chance of snow showers from about 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mostly cloudy throughout the day. Our high right around the mid 30s. Right now, we're seeing temperatures on Beaver Creek Mountain, 8 degrees, and 8 degrees over at Vail. So it'll take a little while for things to warm up. Teens by midday or mid-morning, and then 20s by probably about noon, and then we'll taper off into the upper 20s and 30s before the day is done. And then now tonight, we're going to be going into a winter weather advisory, and we're going to have snow showers mainly after midnight, patchy and blowing snow after 4 a.m., and our low will be around the teens. And we're going to have some wind tonight, maybe gusting up to about 35 miles per hour. So just be aware of that. And then for your Tuesday, we'll have some snow showers. About a 90% chance of snow showers is what the National Weather Service is calling for. And windy with a west wind around 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 50 miles per hour. So it's going to be a windy day out there for your Tuesday. And then Tuesday night, we'll see the temperatures drop down to the single digits, but the wind chill values could be as low as 10 below zero. So that wind is going to really affect the temperature. And then on Wednesday, another chance of snow. They're saying 100% chance of snow for Wednesday, but it won't be as windy. So that'll be something to look forward to. But we probably won't see the sunshine until Saturday. So here's what we're looking like for any kind of accumulations. So not much today. It'll just be kind of blowing around, about a 30% chance of snow between 10 and 2. And then, but by Tuesday into Wednesday, we can maybe see half a foot at Beaver Creek, 5 inches at Vail, and then another couple inches on Wednesday as the storm starts to roll out. And then it tapers, and we'll see maybe just a couple inches as we end the week, and then some sunshine on your Saturday and Sunday. So that's a look at the weather right now and what you can expect. So thank you to Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery, keeping you active. We're glad to have all that advice from the docs on the show. And I love that question. How important is stretching really? Yeah, so maybe when you're getting ready today, do a little stretch while you're watching the show and get yourself limbered up before the lifts open. Lifts are opening up at 8:30 at Vail and Beaver Creek. They will stay open till 3:30 on Vail Mountain and then 4 o'clock on Beaver Creek's main mountain. But Arrowhead, Bachelor Gulch, Rose Bowl, those areas do close at 3:30. So just a couple of little hours for you. We did get 3 inches of new snow at the Beeve in the last 24 hours, 2 over at Vail. Vail's looking at 263 inches season to date, a 70-inch base, and then Beaver Creek has a 244 season to date snow totals and a 58-inch base depth for you out there. So it should be just another great day to get out there. And I liked his advice about, avoiding the crowds. And I think especially that last run of the day, a lot of people are taking the same route down. You can always download on the gondolas, gondola number 19, Eaglebahn out of Lion's Head, or Gandhi 1 out of Midvale. That's a good, safe way to get down. I like to sometimes go toward your 11, but then go off to your right, and then you hop on chair number 6. You can either take that all the way down to Golden Peak, or you can take the midway point, get off, and maybe take Whippersnapper down. That's a good little run to take. Or you can go through the little terrain park at Golden Peak as well. Over at Beaver Creek, I know a lot of the ski schools will have their kids download at the very end of the day. They've already been up to the top, did Red Buffalo Park and everything, and then they just have the kids download at the gondola at the end of the day. So if you're getting tired or just don't think you can quite make it and it's a little more crowded, everyone's getting off the hill at the same time, downloading is a good idea. So just think about that. Now we're going to shift focus now, and we're going to talk a little bit about summer. All right, so the Valar Performing Arts Center, the Ford Amphitheater, we've been announcing concerts left and right. Last week and the week before were big announcement announcement weeks for different music that is coming to the Valley as early as April. So normally we don't really get to the Ford Amphitheater, till, maybe June, maybe even May. But on April 7th, we're bringing Polo and Pan. This is a great Parisian duo that's going to be playing some awesome music, spinning some tunes. So that'll be part of the Opera at the Amp. That's Friday, April 7th at 5:30 p.m. And this is going to be a great show. So think about getting tickets for that. And then also the next night, and then that'll be on April 8th. This will be Big G, Big Gigantic is coming to play. So this should be a lot of fun. And then DJ Pee Wee, he'll be playing as well. So get your tickets for this. I think Meredith already got her tickets for this, we were hearing. And then Shaky Graves is going to be coming to the Ford Amphitheater this summer, Wednesday, June 21st. And then Camp is going to be playing on July 17th. And then we've got Trombone Shorty in Orleans Avenue with Ziggy Marley. That'll be on Monday, July 24th at 6:30. So a lot of different shows for you to see. Tickets are available now. So I would get your tickets for this because we typically see these sellouts, especially these bigger shows. So the announcement's been made. All the write-ups are on the website. If you want to go to grfavail.org, that stands for the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater, Vail.org. Go to that website, and that'll give you some details on how to get tickets, what they cost, lawn seating, and then the covered seating, which is below the pavilion. You can see the rooftop there. So you can make your choice. It's a little more expensive to get the covered seating, but if you don't want to worry about the rain, it's a good way to go. Or if you just want to be closer up to see the music, but really not a bad seat in the house right there. And they've got the big screen, as you can see. So even if you are on the lawn, they have the cameras on the bands, so you can see it with the big screen right there. That was a game changer. You don't feel as far out on the lawn when you've got that. So just a couple of shows you may want to get your tickets for. And then Chicago, that's the other band that is coming. They're coming in August, I think August 11th. That could be close to selling out. So Chicago just released another new album. That band has been around forever, but they've got so many hits that you're going to want to see this. So ticket on sale reserved pavilion seating anywhere from $99.50 to $129.50. And then general admission lawn are going for $59.50. So really not bad to be able to see this kind of caliber of music. This will be Friday, August 11th at 7:30. So their 38th studio album, Born for This Moment, that was released just last year in 2022. So just some big news in the concert world if you want to check that out. All right. Well, hey, Anthony, should we go to a break? Okay, we're going to go to a break and come back right after this. I was just looking in the Vail Daily under Time Machine, more about the Villar's 25th anniversary. And the grand opening of the Villar's Center for the Arts began with a dedication of the Ford family relief, which was a wall outside the venue that depicted former U.S. President Gerald R. Ford and his family participating in a variety of valley-wide events. And, the first performances, it was kept a secret to that first audience that came through. But it included Ani and Ida Kavafian playing some classical music. They were with the Santa Fe Pro Musica Orchestra. And then Spalding Gray, All-American Dance Stars, Capitol Steps, and Marvin Hamlish were some of the first performers that took to the stage at the Villar Performing Arts Center. And, when they were trying to figure out where they were going to put it, Beaver Creek already had, the Hyatt was there, the Post Montaigne, but like the ice rink, none of that was there. And so there was an idea like, well, what if we put it underneath the plaza? And it kind of seemed like a pretty crazy idea, but it worked out so well. And I remember when that was being built and how deep that hole went, it was pretty crazy. But when you think about an entire theater with a balcony and the main stage and everything backstage, all of that underneath the plaza and underneath the ice rink, it's pretty amazing. So what a great, architectural feat that was. But so check out the 25 years of the Villar Performing Arts Center in today's paper on page A2. All right, why don't we go to break, and we're gonna get some weather details. The lifts are gonna be spinning pretty soon, so stay tuned.
Welcome to Nap Harvest. We are showcasing healthy habits, and you can start right here feeding your family healthy organic vegetables and fruits that are seasonal and local. They're all the way from Arizona with our wonderful, beautiful citrus fruits that we sneak across the border for. But don't forget our nap mushrooms, grown at 9,000 feet. Mushrooms are chock full of benefits for you. And then also the microgreens, also chock full of vitamins. Come see us at Nap Harvest in Eagle Ranch on Sylvan Lake Road next to Color Coffee. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 4.
All right, the lifts are going to open in about 4 minutes. Vail and Beaver Creek, 8:30 is the start time out there. So today, big thing to worry about is probably going to be some wind. We're going to have windy conditions, probably about west wind 10 to 20 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, we're going to see even more wind, maybe 35 miles per hour. And then for your Tuesday, winds could gust as much as 50 miles per hour. So it's going to be a little breezy once again as we wind down the month of February. What is that saying? In like a lion, out like a lamb. We might be going in like a lion when we hit Wednesday. 100% chance of snow-free Wednesday. And then we got this winter weather advisory that starts tonight and it goes through your Tuesday. And we could see, maybe even about a half foot of snow over on Beaver Creek, maybe 5 inches for Vail is what is being predicted for Tuesday, and then maybe just a couple inches on Wednesday, and then it tapers off as we go into the weekend. And then we should see some sunshine by Saturday. At least that's what they're saying for now. So snow in the forecast, 30% chance today, mainly between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. And then we go from 50% chance tonight into 80% chance tonight. A lot of this will happen in the wee hours, maybe around 4 a.m., midnight to 4 a.m. And then for your Tuesday, a 90% chance of showers. And then that Wednesday, 100% chance of snow showers. Temperature-wise, we'll be in the upper 20s and low 30s for today. Overnight lows tonight in the teens. We kind of round out into the mid-20s for your Tuesday. And then we go back down to the single digits, but we won't have, we could see some wind chill values going to even 10 below zero. So it's going to be a chilly one on Tuesday night. And then we'll be back into the upper 20s and 30s for Wednesday, single digits Wednesday night, and then 20s for Thursday. So that's kind of what we're looking at. 3 inches of new snow at Beaver Creek in the last 24 hours, and we did get 2 inches of new snow at Vail in the last 24 hours. But want to thank you guys for watching this morning on your Monday, the 27th. We are wrapping up the month of February, and then we'll see the last day of February tomorrow. That great show at the Vail Performing Arts Center. You might want to get your tickets for that. You can go to vailarpac.org to find out more about the Bindlestiff Family Circus. It was a fun time interviewing them late last week. They were kind of stuck in some weather and traffic situations, but they made it to Casper, Wyoming, and then they're making their way west to here in the next 24 hours. So we'll be watching them on the stage. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. We've got plenty more to talk about, 7:30 to 8:30. We'll see you then.